Why U.S. companies are quietly preparing for a demand slowdown isn't something you'll hear shouted in earnings calls or flashy headlines. It's happening in smaller decisions, subtle language shifts, and internal planning changes that most people never see. But when you connect the dots, a clear pattern emerges. Corporate America isn't panicking, it's positioning. The key word here is quietly. U.S. companies aren't forecasting a collapse. They're not predicting a recession outright. What they're doing instead is preparing for a world where demand becomes less reliable, less predictable, and harder to forecast with confidence. And that shift is already changing how businesses operate in 2026. One of the first signs of this preparation shows up in how companies talk about growth. If you listen carefully to recent earnings calls, executives are still optimistic, but the tone has changed. Instead of aggressive expansion plans, you hear phrases like disciplined growth, selective investment, and prioritizing resilience. These aren't buzzwords. They're signals. Companies are noticing that demand no longer behaves the way it used to. Consumers are more cautious. Businesses are delaying purchases. Even when revenues are holding up, order visibility is getting shorter. Firms don't know with the same certainty what next quarter will look like, let alone next year. This uncertainty is pushing companies to plan for a demand slowdown without publicly declaring one. Another reason U.S. companies are preparing quietly is inflation fatigue. While headline inflation may have cooled compared to previous years, prices are still elevated. Consumers feel it. Businesses feel it. That pressure doesn't always show up as lower demand immediately. Instead, it shows up as delayed decisions, smaller orders, and more selective spending. When customers hesitate, even slightly, it ripples through the system. Companies that rely on volume notice changes first, then suppliers, then service providers. By the time it hits top-line revenue, smart companies have already adjusted internally. That's why many firms are pulling back on hiring, even when business looks stable on the surface. Hiring freezes, slower backfills, and more scrutiny on headcount aren't about cost-cutting panic. They're about flexibility. Labor is one of the hardest costs to unwind if demand drops faster than expected. Capital spending tells a similar story. Many U.S. companies are delaying large, irreversible investments. Projects that looked attractive a year ago are now being broken into phases or postponed entirely. The logic is simple. If demand slows, flexibility becomes more valuable than speed. This doesn't mean companies aren't investing. They are. But the investments are more targeted. Automation instead of capacity expansion. Software instead of physical footprint. Efficiency upgrades instead of growth builds. These choices reflect preparation, not fear. Another quiet signal is inventory management. Companies are becoming extremely careful about how much inventory they carry. Excess inventory ties up cash and becomes a liability if demand softens. Too little inventory risks missing sales. The balance has become more delicate. In 2026, many U.S. firms are prioritizing inventory agility, faster replenishment cycles, better demand forecasting, closer coordination with suppliers. These changes are designed to handle volatility, not just growth. Financial strategy also reveals what's happening. Cash is being treated like insurance. Many companies are holding more cash than usual, even when they could deploy it. This isn't because they don't see opportunities. It's because they want optionality. In an uncertain demand environment, cash buys time. It allows companies to absorb shocks, take advantage of distressed opportunities, or simply wait until signals become clearer. The cost of holding cash is seen as lower than the cost of being overcommitted. Debt behavior reinforces this trend. Some companies are paying down debt faster than expected. Others are refinancing early to lock in certainty. Reducing financial risk is a classic move when demand visibility weakens. AI investment adds another layer to this story. U.S. companies are spending heavily on AI, but not primarily to drive explosive growth. Instead, AI is being used to improve forecasting, optimize pricing, manage costs, and increase efficiency. That's telling. When companies expect strong demand growth, they invest to scale. When they expect uncertainty, they invest to control outcomes. AI is becoming a tool for stability as much as innovation. Customer behavior is also pushing companies in this direction. Consumers and business clients alike are more value-conscious. They're asking tougher questions. They're comparing options. Loyalty is weaker when budgets are tight. Companies see this in churn metrics, contract negotiations, and purchasing cycles. Even if customers don't leave, they hesitate. That hesitation is enough to trigger internal caution. Another reason companies are preparing quietly is policy and macro uncertainty. Interest rates, trade policy, election-related risks, and global tensions all affect confidence. Businesses don't need to predict outcomes to feel the impact. They just need to recognize that uncertainty itself reduces demand. Instead of making bold bets that depend on everything going right, companies are designing strategies that work even if demand underperforms. That mindset shift is subtle but powerful. What's important is that this preparation isn't evenly distributed. Large, well-capitalized firms can afford to move slowly and protect margins. Smaller firms often feel the slowdown sooner and have less room to maneuver. This creates divergence within industries. Market leaders are positioning themselves to survive a slowdown and potentially gain share when weaker competitors stumble. Quiet preparation is a competitive strategy. This also explains why, on the surface, the economy can look fine while companies act cautiously. GDP numbers, employment data, and earnings can remain positive while confidence underneath erodes. Businesses operate on expectations, not just current data. Why U.S. companies are quietly preparing for a demand slowdown comes down to one thing: experience. Many executives lived through past cycles where waiting too long to adjust was costly. They've learned that reacting early, even if the slowdown never fully materializes, is often the safer move. If demand stays strong, these companies remain efficient and flexible. If demand weakens, they're already positioned to absorb the impact. Either way, they avoid being forced into rushed decisions. The preparation is quiet because public pessimism can become self-fulfilling. Companies don't want to scare investors, employees, or customers, so they manage risk internally while maintaining confidence externally. This isn't about predicting a crash. It's about acknowledging fragility. U.S. companies are quietly preparing for a demand slowdown because the environment rewards caution more than bravado. Growth is no longer assumed. It has to be earned, protected, and defended. And in 2026, the smartest companies aren't the ones making the loudest moves. They're the ones adjusting behind the scenes, staying flexible, and making sure that if demand does slow, they're ready long before everyone else realizes it.